Activation code required. Access granted. Warning. Evacuation sequence activated.
Paranormal Bunker. You'll come on down and join Nikki, Robert, Kayla, and Cole. Wednesdays at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Sit with us as we traverse the portals of the universe. Let loose the secrets of the cryptids. Make haste with the truth of conspiracy. And explore the hauntings of our world. And once again, welcome to the S4 Paranormal Bunker.
Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of the S4 Paranormal Bunker. Tonight we are going to read some Reddit stories. Try and help some people, see if, well, a lot of them are going to try and help some, well, they're going to be funny a little bit too. So, but
yeah, kid.
Well, trigger warning for some of you. This one, in the last 3 months, there's probably about 17 to 18 stories on Reddit for little kids.
Oh, shit.
Whoa.
So,
really?
Just a trigger warning for anyone, this, like, if, it's a lot of abduction stuff and things for young kids, and if you can't handle that, just
get out the chat room. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, or maybe bypass the episode for tonight.
Yeah.
But come
most
back
likely.
for the other
Most
stories.
How you doing, Nikki?
So I made a post on Monday and
Yes.
thought I was having a heart attack and was worried about stroke because stroke runs in, well, it doesn't run in my family. There's only one member of my family that's had it, but heart stuff runs in the family.
Mm-hmm.
And ended up in the ER, and anybody who knows me knows I hate hospitals with a vehement passion. It has nothing to do with the medical stuff. It has to do with the paranormal. Anyway, the results are no heart attack, no stroke, but I didn't realize that it wasn't an MRI. I don't know why I didn't. I was too out of it at the time, I guess. But so there's that. They don't know what caused it or the issues. So I'll be looking into that. So that's how I'm got a headache. Other than that, in the grand scheme of things, I'm okay.
Was it just like angina or something?
They didn't know what to call it. They classified it as heart pain and shoulder pain is how they classified it. And I went, this is interesting. But everything that I talked about with them really went into heart attack city type of stuff. And they were like, they ruled it out. I mean, they did oh my God, I've had so much blood taken out of me. They did so much tests. But no, it doesn't show heart attack. And all my organs, all the results from the testing of the organs, all the numbers are excellent, which means it just basically proves that all the targeting that I've been under, I've been doing all the right things because it's not affecting at this point. And I'm saying it that way because they ran some very specific tests, and thank God they did. But at this point, it doesn't. Everything is tip-top where it should be.
I'm glad you are okay, and I'm sorry. That's super scary.
Oh, it was very scary. So I had it Sunday night, and it came back. My family, I truly believe, because I unexpectedly did some major paranormal work. At the time it was happening, because I literally became under attack by 2 jinn. That's a story in amongst itself. And that was it was already happening before the jinn came into this little situation. And my family on the other side, and a number of archangels came in. I went the highest I've ever been psychically in my entire life. I mean, it was a real trip. And then my family, I kid you not, my mom and dad, who do not get along, who do not like each other, they had their hand both of side by freaking side. I am here to tell you, when you've got family who love and care about you, they will put aside their differences if they believe, and they're on the other side, and they believe something is really wrong. I was so stunned to have my mother's hands, my father's hands, and 3 other family members' hands on my spine, on my back, and they completely brought me back in the most safest way I've ever come back down from a psychic high doing that kind of energy. It was, I just started crying. It was just intense and incredible and beautiful. Stopped everything. That's one of the reasons why I ended up not going into the ER Sunday, was because of them. I truly believe that they had saved my life, and then come to find out, whatever was happening was not heart attack related. It wasn't stroke related. There's no anything regard the brain. So
Cole's going to put on his wish.com doctor hat for a moment.
Yeah.
Nikki, it's fucking stress. You're being so fucking stressed.
We talked about that. That was one of the things we talked about.
Do is yell at somebody who's stressed.
Well, yeah,
that's just rude.
That's how it helps.
Well, what I need to do is I need to pull out. This is going to cause a lot of laughter and probably a lot of ribbing, but I need to pull out my whip and beat my bed. I've talked about that, and apparently I need to do that. It's still packed away. I haven't felt the need for it, but apparently, if it really is anxiety or stress related, then apparently I need to do that. I don't want to do that, but
I think
apparently
you
it
should
might
just give that soul cord a little tug.
Well, I was actually going to recommend my own prescription.
What is that?
I was going to say you should take another trip to the Seattle Underground and stroke that wood.
What I need to do is go to the freaking beach and get my feet in the ice cold water.
Oh, that actually sounds amazing.
Oh. Yeah, let's all die of hypothermia, guys. That's a great idea.
No, seriously, salt water is amazing.
If you bundle the rest of your body up and keep from your knees down open, and just put in up to your ankles, walk into the water just up to your ankles, that's ocean water is the best clearing method for your body.
Why do you have to go in bow-legged? That's weird.
Oh, bow-legged, darling.
That's from the wood.
Now you're just being awkward, Nikki.
Oh God! But yeah, that's the best thing to do is go to the ocean, put your feet in salt water. And I'm not talking about a lake; it's got to be ocean water. Puget Sound works. I mean, it's essentially ocean water. So,
I think me and you just need to take a trip on Chuckanut.
Oh fuck you! Oh, sorry. Yes.
Hit up Larrabee. Oh, I love that place. I haven't been there in years.
Oh, neither have I. I haven't been up Chuckanut Drive in, I can't remember how long.
I think that's a record.
90s. What?
We are 5 minutes in, and I didn't demonetize the show this time. You did.
The F-bomb.
Hi, Robert.
Hey, Robert.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm alright. How about yourself?
Pretty good. How's the weather?
It's fucking hot.
Hot over.
Is it already getting hot up there? Or
Yeah.
down there, I guess.
It's been getting hot.
Yeah.
It's gotten a bit cooler actually. It's like 30 today, 30 Celsius.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah.
That's
It had been
like what?
it had been up at 38 and 39 a few weeks back.
Yep, fuck that.
Let me see.
That's like 80 something.
Trying to find out.
30 is closer to 90.
That's what I couldn't.
86.
86.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's doable. Like I could handle that.
Uh-huh.
I'd rather have that right now than the rain.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm tired of this.
That's true.
It depends on the humidity.
Oh. Well, Robert, how close are you? You're pretty close to the ocean, so it's got to be pretty, like, a little bit humid.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find where that is too. Humidity, 55%.
Holy shit, never mind. I don't want that.
You know what? You can have your sweaty Australia.
That's funny.
That's like, oh God, man. It's like
That's like
Louisiana.
going to the Midwest.
Right?
That's going to the Midwest,
Oh.
yeah.
Don't you know?
Don't you know?
Oh, God.
Don't you know?
Oh, man.
Anyway.
And where we're moving to, it's 14 Celsius at the moment.
Okay.
That is way more doable for me. That is beautiful.
That's 57 F.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what the humidity, let me see.
Wow.
Barometric pressure, AQI. Humidity is 50% down there.
Jesus Christ.
But at that temperature though,
yeah,
it's
I guess.
livable.
That temperature, it's almost snowing.
Not even close.
Well, we'll be lower than the snowy mountains and Hershey and all the snowy areas.
Nice.
So, and we're getting the fresh breeze off the ocean basically because we're about an hour away from the ocean at where we're gonna be.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
So,
yeah, that's what we're at right about now.
Uh-huh.
So, it's not too bad. It's just I really wish it would stop raining. It's
Hey, you know what? Today was actually pretty. It was a pretty nice day today.
I don't know. I didn't step outside.
I was outside all day today.
It was wet out there.
It was not raining in
Yeah,
town.
but it was still wet.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Okay.
Fran.
What do we got? What do you got?
Fran. All right. Well, it depends on. What would you guys like to start with? Would you like to start with a ghost, or would you like to start with an alien?
Oh, man. You know, this actually comes up way more often than I would like in my life.
Well, considering the fact that you've got missing time on a highway.
Hey, man. Hey.
hey, man. I know. Speaking of which, they should take care of you, because that's just BS.
Right? Bastards.
Silly.
Eeny, meeny, miny, ghost.
Ghost?
There you go.
Sure.
Go for it.
Okay, we're going to start with a funny one then.
Okay.
To me, it's funny. Okay, and I'm kind of a sick asshole, so.
Okay, you know what? This is going to be like the worst story you've ever heard in your life. You're going to be like, where the fuck is the humor in this? But okay.
I'm moving into a paranormal active building.
Okay.
So I've just moved all of my furniture into an old police station, which was my partner's childhood home. He was a bad kid, first of all. Okay? He's a skeptic, but during a 10-minute walk around, we had the following experience. For context, the building is 3 floors. Top floor, main floor, which used to be for commercial use originally, but will be our living space. And then the basement, which used to be the holding cells for the station. In the basement bathroom, it was converted into a living space. There was a fresh, wet footprint coming out of the shower, which freaked my partner out, as there was no running water to the building, and no one has been in to visit for over 2 weeks. I was then experiencing a huge energy shift, and my ears were popping and ringing. So as I move into this building, I need to gain a bit of control over these clearly unhappy spirits telling me to already get lost. Any advice,
That's
if
portals.
not a good luck would be great. Just for clarification, I
Sorry.
always try to debunk before assuming the paranormal.
Good person.
So the first thing
Good
you
for
do,
them. That's a big deal.
the first thing you do is you get out your proton packs, because if you're gonna move into a civic building,
You got to be a Ghostbuster.
yeah, you have a life choice right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you know, so I'm just going to throw this out here because, you know, I'm going to be that person for a minute, and I'm going to say, what is up with all the people moving into somewhere that they know for damn sure before they move in is completely freaking haunted, and then they're like, oh my god, guess what? It was haunted. Like, come on, man. You already knew that before you moved.
Well, no, they're in the middle
Yeah,
of moving right
for sure.
now. They're in the middle of moving.
But belief system is different than actual experience. That's the thing. A lot of people, even though they know, this is what I've been coming across a lot in the last few years, is that people have a belief system of, oh yeah, it's real, but somewhere in them they don't really believe it.
Till they
And
see
then
it
they
firsthand.
Exactly. I know. I know so many people like that. So, yeah, it becomes then it's like, oh, feel, and then they're like panicking because I never should have moved here. I never should have. Well, hello, you were freaking told, yeah, but it's that but that gets them into trouble.
Well, okay, so they gave us some context. The problem is they don't give us enough. Because here's the thing. The basement bathroom, a fresh, wet footprint. The problem is that could be water seepage.
In a basement?
Well-
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree with that. But at the same time, it's in the actual shape of a footprint. Are we talking a bare foot?
The
Are
shower,
we
well,
talking-
the shower was already there.
Yeah, no,
Like,
I
they
get
didn't
that.
build the shower, so if there was previously footprints there and you had a really humid day,
Oh yeah, it'll show up.
yes.
Well, we also...
Especially if it's above a crack.
Yeah, very true. Yes,
also,
I've
I mean,
experienced
we
that
don't
myself.
know what kind of an area they live in. Like,
That's the thing. Well,
is it
and
raining?
I
Is
understand
it-
not wanting to give your area, but like that is sometimes needed because you need to know what is.
Yeah, there's too many factors involved
what the type
here.
of weather is. Like, if it was somewhere in Washington, for instance, I mean...
Well, and then also
I find footprints that are wet all over the place, and I didn't have any water over
they
there.
do not say where the energy shift happened. So ears popping
See-
and ringing.
Okay.
If it's happening,
Ears pop-
if it's happening between the basement and the main floor, and that basement was holding cells originally, that cement is twice the thickness of.
Yeah, you're gonna have
Yeah.
that happen.
So
You're
you're
also
gonna
have-
gonna
that's-
get a little
yeah.
bit like
pressure differentials.
yes.
Atmospheric shift. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because I'm thinking main floor. I wasn't thinking basement.
Well,
And,
let's-
but they don't say. That's the problem. Like, if they say it
Yeah.
just happened, like, in the like
While
just sitting in a
they're in the
room,
basement. Yeah.
or if it
Yeah,
happened
'cause
with
if it's-
shifting rooms.
And
Mhm.
it doesn't. Oh, sorry.
If it's a main room, it's very easily a portal. But if you're in that's a different ballgame. If you're in a basement, now it's also a different ballgame if you're upstairs, because you can have a portal open up in a. It can affect your sinus. It affects. Okay, paranormal. Here's what most people do not realize. I told a couple of doctors this. It kind of freaked them the f out. With paranormal, if you are at all sensitive to it, it will affect your mucosal membranes of your entire body, not just your sinuses and your throat, and it affects everything, which will affect your balance. It'll affect your ears. It will affect. It can easily even affect your not just equilibrium, Nikki. Oh crap!
It'll
I
be
can't
like
think of what it's
vertigo.
called. It'd be like what?
It'll be like vertigo.
Yes,
The-
exactly like vertigo.
Mm-hmm.
It hardcore affects the physical body because we are not adjusted and used to it. And most people do not use high enough frequencies to deal. And if you are not used to something like that, it can be
It'll
a
knock
real
you out.
ball bust. Oh, it'll knock you straight down. I mean, it can even, if you're not careful, it can even make you go blind for a couple of seconds. So you've got to be very, very careful.
I'm also going to be forever the skeptic here, just to rule out mundane stuff, but
Exactly.
it also
you have
doesn't
to.
give us an age of the actual building. It says it's really old,
Bingo.
but
Yeah.
is it old enough to where it has asbestos tiling? Is it old enough to where it has lead painting? Like, how old are we talking? Because once we get back that far, there's all kinds of environmental hazards that you're not thinking about either. And ringing in the ears and that kind of stuff can definitely be a sign of lead paint.
Yes.
So,
and aluminum toxicity, because if you've got aluminum dust anywhere in there and you're vacuuming that, you're going to be producing that into the air. I am a survivor of aluminum toxicity. It nearly did me in. So, yes, it can happen.
Well, the other thing that I'm going to throw out there too is this was a holding cell for jail. A lot of people don't understand that there are certain drugs that people can do, and there are certain diseases that people can have that linger a lot damn longer than you think and are a lot harder to kill than you think.
Which ones?
Correct.
Which drugs can I do?
Oh, God.
Asking for a friend.
But I mean,
Legionnaire's disease in old buildings is very, very predominant.
Well, think about, like, all of the old TB wards. That shit's still alive in there. It was almost impossible to completely kill out TB. Yeah. They had to break down and tear down all of those old holding facilities.
Yep.
And I mean, there's several other diseases that do that as well.
Yes.
And you got to think that that was probably at some point where they held certain evidences too. So you have no idea what kind of crap was actually there.
Buried into the walls.
Yes. Well, I mean,
not only that. Oh, sorry.
Seeping into that concrete. Concrete is a holder. Like,
Okay, concrete is what I found out because of the house I had in Seattle. Concrete breed. What I was told by a number of concrete experts, basically, was that, and builders, was that when you pour concrete and it completely cures, you do not want to seal it because it literally, it has this breathing effect. I don't know how else to explain it, but porous. The soil, it's porous. And So you've got to be careful with that as well. You can actually have water come up through concrete.
I gotta ask Nikki, how does that affect the strokiness when it compares to the wood?
We're not going there, Cole.
Oh, okay, just asking.
I don't even know how to answer that. Holy shit.
I dare you to try.
There is also one other thing that they should really, really check on that a lot of people aren't aware of. Depending on the age of the building, check the fluorescent lights to make sure that none of them are cracked or spewing out anything that could potentially harm you.
Brent, all right.
And also check out if there are dead bodies under the concrete.
Well, that too. That too.
That's true. The highwayman could be under there. Brent. Okay, if it's not mundane, what would you guys suggest?
Portal is my first thought. That is my first thought. But then again, I mean, okay, so with a old building like that, you're also going to get cross breezes where you wouldn't feel a cross breeze, but the doors in one section, I had this also in my house, the doors in one section of the house will shut automatically, and it's because there's an air section, and so you will get an airflow that you're not registering for whatever reason. But that's got to be taken into consideration. So if you open a window, it creates I don't remember what it's called.
You also got to take into consideration, if we're going with it not being mundane, if we're going with it actually being some kind of spirit or possessive item or anything like that, that this was a police station. That means there was a lot of crime that happened. That means there was a lot of cases and a lot of potential unsolved murders and different things like that. You have all of their evidence and everything there. And people that are looking for answers to why this happened to them are going to stick around the place that it's just going to happen. It's just going to happen.
Attackers, murderers.
So, but do we have any suggestions for them on what steps to take?
Well, they need to be doing some testing as to what's in the environment. Such as lead testing, aluminum testing, toxicity testing, basically. Also black mold testing. You've got old buildings that are that old. You need to look into hidden mold sections because mold can really be a problem and can really screw with the mind. The mind and the lungs and the rest of the body. But
and if it is something like an actual spirit or something like that, well, that totally depends on the spirit and on the person, what they should do about it. There's a lot of people that will go with cleansings or something of that nature, depending on your religious outlook. There's also a lot of people that will just live with whatever it is, make a pact with their little ghost buddy. So it really depends on the person and what path they want to take with it.
Yeah, what you want to deal with.
And if the pressure change is actually portal, what would you suggest, Nikki?
Oh, that's where you call in a paranormal team or somebody like Robert and I.
Who doesn't charge?
No, that's just what I was going to say. You've got to find somebody who's willing to actually deal with it, who knows what the hell they're doing,
and isn't just going to poke the beast.
Yeah, because that's the worst thing that you could do is poking the beast, because you poke the beast, you can create a whole lot more problems.
And I'm going to bring up the last solution to the problem, and I know nobody wants to hear this, but if it actually gets to the point where you can't handle it, I would suggest that you move into a place that you can. I know that that's not always possible. I know that that's not the easiest option for anybody anywhere. But it's always your last resort option is to move.
Move out.
on average, every state in America has about 20 to 30 paranormal groups that are active.
Mm-hmm.
You have to do your research, as Nikki always says,
And
actually
definitely
find
vet it
one
and everything.
that works for you.
Yeah, vet them, get referrals if you can, and so there's a lot to that. There's so many aspects to this that and if you believe that you've got spirit guides, and people that are your family on the other side that protect you, ask them to step in and say, hey, can you give me a sign and let me know that I'm on the right track with whichever method they go for.
Well, and
believe me, you'll be given signs.
And honestly, if it's not malevolent, if it's not something you can't handle, try maybe having a conversation. See if maybe you can deal with the fact that, hey, all right, you can have this like shower stall and everything's all good, buddy. Like most of the time, if you just talk it out, it's all good.
Yeah, usually. I've lived in so many places where there are spirits. Even this place has it's mostly animals though, which is just incredible. But yeah, you have a conversation. You're like, look, I don't want to cause harm. Don't cause me harm. We won't have any problems. We can live together. This is what you want to do, and you want to stay here. And you're earthbound, and you're making a choice to stay instead of to go cross over and go do whatever.
I don't think people put enough solace in the fact that communication, whether the person's dead or alive, is the key to making sure that everything works out the way it's supposed to.
Yes, it's key to all of this, and people do not. Yeah, it just drives me nuts because if they instead of choosing, because it is a choice to fear, instead of choosing to go in and fear, go in and start asking questions and take a stand and say, look, this is my physical environment. You and I are having to live together. You're in a different level of existence than I am. Let's coexist. Can we please do that? Now, if you get violent, then I'm going to bring somebody in and we're going to have a little conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why I said you got to, like, first steps is first steps, but if it does end up, and I don't think people realize how rare a truly malevolent being actually is.
Yes.
So
oh my God,
if it does end up actually being a malevolent being, which is like a 1 in a million thing, then absolutely find somebody to help you out with it. If it's something that you can't talk out and you need like a spirit medium to help you talk to that person and figure out something, awesome. But really, first and foremost is opening that line of communication and making sure that everybody's got what they need to survive in the space.
Exactly. Totally and 100% agreed.
All right, so our next story comes from the subreddit Alien Abduction.
All right.
And the title is Advice Much Appreciated. So it says, hey guys, so I have a question and a bit of backstory. When I was really young, like 5 or 6, I distinctly remember being woken up in bed to a claw-like thing coming down from my ceiling and picking me up. I couldn't move or say anything, and it moved me over my bed and the bed rail and dropped me on the floor. Only then could I talk and cry. My mom came running into my room and was convinced I was sleepwalking, but I swear I was awake because I remember being lifted and dropped. Now to more recent events. Over the past year, I have been waking up with perfectly round bruises no bigger than my pinky finger. I will have 1 or 2 at a time on my arms and legs, and it stopped for a few months, but a couple of days ago I woke up with another perfectly round bruise with a ring of red dots around the bruise, perfectly spaced out surrounding it. I have no idea what's going on because I have nothing that would explain this. I work in a physical job, but it wouldn't be possible for me to only get 1 bruise a day that size and that precise. What do you guys think? Possible aliens or something else?
Robert?
The claw.
So that's the funny part. That is the first comment. When you were little, did you call out the claw in a reverent voice when it picked you up? Sorry, just trying to bring some levity to the situation. I instantly thought of Toy Story when I read the first part. This is a unique experience. Do you have any idea what could be causing the bruises? And he replied to that saying, I wish. I make that joke all the time and I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
Fred?
Well, having a bruise with the dots around it, that would suggest to me some sort of radiation on whatever is grabbing. So either they're not sterilizing and de-radiating the thing when they're doing it, or they just said, F it, we'll just grab it with what we have. I don't know. But the fact that they get how far apart did they say?
So
in time?
In time?
Yeah.
He doesn't say how old he is. First one happened when they were 5 or 6. And then
in more recent times.
Yeah, it's just more recent times.
That given the way that he's writing and everything, he's got to be at least in his 20s to early 30s. Just the context of the writing, I would assume.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was thinking 27 to 32, maybe 33.
Right.
So, yeah. No one's going to like what I've got to say on this one.
Coming back to check on their progress, I would say, from whatever they did when he was 5.
Okay.
Good turn.
Yeah, and I don't want to say it, but it's got to be said. Yeah. All right. So, based on what was described, even though it was very little, from the sounds of it, those sound like, yes, an ET abduction. However, it sounds like it's governmental ET abduction. Hate those. And 5 to 6 years old is right about the right time, especially for somebody who's in their 20s. Oh my God, I'm getting... Sorry, Psychic Tide, this is not a different... Yeah. This is... Wow. Oh, somebody's like pulling my energy. Wow, yeah. Major confirmation.
Yeah.
Okay, so what people don't realize is that in a lot of the MyLabs, the Montauk shit, the Monarch, Butterfly, all of that kind of stuff, all deals with government, and government also deals with ETs who work with government, and that in those who are in their 30s, their 20s, 30s, and even younger now, these situations can start at age 2 to 5, because that is really the... Oh my God, I'm like starting to vibrate. Somebody's just having a field day over this right now. It's almost like I'm about to get into trouble for talking about it, but somebody's the one who pumped my frequency up like big time. So yeah, I'm on the right. I'm on the right track on this. Anyway, and I'm starting to rock. That's not cool. So basically, yeah, you're dealing with a governmental ET abduction situation. Something that picks a child up from a bunk bed or type of situation where it's got a over it, putting that kid over and then dropping them, that means their device wasn't working properly. And instead of taking the kid, I'm getting all kinds of psychic stuff off of this one.
Juicy stuff.
Yeah, it's like part of me is starting to resonate, and it's like, whoa, it's getting a little on the mind bending side at the moment. Anyway, Yeah, this is. Somebody just, because I was about to say Montauk, somebody just said my labs. This is my labs, Nikki. And I went, oh, shit. I am so sorry. Contact me privately. We'll have a conversation. I'll put you in contact with support groups, people who understand, who things will start making sense to you. Things in your life will start making sense. God, I'm so sorry.
To contact her, just look up Nikki Jacobs on Facebook.
Okay. It's facebook.com/Nikki, NIKKI .JACOBS.376. Private message me and let me know that you were from this specific story. Wow. Yeah, I've got all kinds of psychic hits on it. This is my lab. This goes into things. This person, I'm not going to say anymore because I don't want to put things in this person's mind. So they got to go through their own processes. And that means that some of this calls up, it calls up. If it doesn't, then if they're in a support group, it may end up calling up more things when they hear others talk. That's how these triggers start happening.
Yeah.
And they may start realizing a lot of information about weird situations, small, weird little situations in their life that they may not have attributed to this, that were actually part of it.
Yep.
Yeah, it is. It's all about connecting the dots. And these dots, it's the right time for somebody of that age bracket to be remembering if they haven't. And a lot, just know you are not alone. Number one. Number two, know that a lot of people at your age level, at your age bracket are, and it's called waking up. But it's a specific form of waking up. So, yeah. It's called
and there are more people out there that will believe you than won't.
Yes, exactly. And it's something that I would not I would not, because you're at the beginning of this, I would not talk about this with family. I would not talk about this with friends, not until you are ready and you know what level they are at. Because people in close relation can be vicious. And you will find out exactly where you stand with people real fast.
One thing I do want to mention.
Just be very careful.
Because there's a comment here, and I've seen these a lot, especially in this subreddit, and it's kind of pisses me off. So, Regarder Dan Larvite says, I think you should write it in another community because this weren't aliens. First of all, fuck off. Stop gatekeeping. No one knows everything in the fucking universe, so you don't know what it was completely. Everyone has their own experience. Stop it.
Agreed.
That might have been a little harsh, but
no, it's right on the money.
I hate gatekeepers in any sense. Like, this isn't something that
energy
everyone would be particularly excited about.
Especially St. Peter. He's the worst gatekeeper.
Shut up, Kayla.
Oh, sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Nah, he got through.
Yeah.
But
he was actually really awesome on
in any sense of the word, I hate gatekeepers. And it just pisses me off when I see it. Like in sports, in gaming, in pop culture, anything.
Yeah.
Well, I just hate it when people... Anybody that is going to diminish somebody else's experience when they haven't experienced it themselves have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. Like, and if you're going to sit there and you're going to tell somebody that they're wrong and that they're all these things, well, it didn't need to be said. You just leave them alone and let them do their own life, their own living, and their own experiences. Because all of us are human and we all have different ones. Well, most of us are human and we all have different ones.
And, like, I have done it myself. I have been guilty of it. I will say the one time I, like, really remember that I did it, I felt justified.
Of course you did.
Every time
Everybody
Kayla walked
does.
into the room, the Seahawks started to lose.
He left me
So
on
I
the
locked her
porch.
out of the fucking door.
Fucking
Fuck that shit.
He left me
And they won.
in the middle of winter on a porch without a fucking coat.
But they won. So even St. Peter agreed with me. Right.
Asshole.
Friend.
Oh, that was years ago. Holy crap.
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Friend. All right. So contact Nikki on that, though, and she can help guide you a little bit more if you want.
All right.
If they're not on Facebook, my email is restorebelief2022@gmail.com.
All right.
There we go. Okay.
Now you're going to get a bunch of sexy pictures because I got your email, Nikki. Woo!
Oh, God, you would be surprised with the crap I get. Yeah,
I
I've done a
actually
lot of
probably
talking to
wouldn't.
people.
You have no idea.
Yeah, people think it's funny to do that on my Facebook page too, and I'm like, no, I will report your frickin' ass. Don't even start with me. I'm at a level now where I don't put up with shit.
I'm gonna start sending you sexy otter pictures.
Oh, for fuck's sake, no.
I like this idea.
We'll just do that thing where you Amazon everybody like random pickles.
Before we get to the next story, did you guys hear what's happening in California?
No.
The squirrels are changing.
Squirrels? Oh, fuck yeah, the creepy squirrels.
They're becoming carnivorous.
What?
Yes, they're starting
They're
to eat
eating other animals
meat.
and each other.
The squirrels went nuts, and now they're meat eaters.
I like it.
That's terrifying.
Oh, I don't. That's horrible. You know what you realize what that's from? You realize that all the chemicals that they've been spraying over, I'm surprised it's not happening in other states. Other states, different animals are reacting, and they're having tumors and all sorts of things. What is being sprayed in our airways, or our skies, I should say, is affecting not just the forest, but I mean all the animals, all the plant life, all the animals, and it's making it more, not fire retardant, but more forest fires, but at the same time, all that chemical, who's in the forest eating the plants, who's in the forest eating the nuts and the seeds and the berries, the bears, we're talking, you know, there was a ridiculous movie called Cocaine Bear. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
there's things, there was a report quite some time ago about somebody reporting a deer behaving very, very oddly. And there was a authority person, I'm not going to say the department because I get really upset and I don't need crap coming back at me on that one. Because they're very sensitive with that section of the government. Sorry, I get really snotty when it comes to that shit.
It's the TSA.
Oh, it's not them. But anyway, they dismissed the woman's call, and they told her, "Oh, we don't worry about that. They're reacting from the water and the things that they're drinking." And the woman was told by this authority figure that it's the coke, it's the crack, she listed off like 3 main components that was being put into being dumped. And I'm like, oh my God. In other words, these deer, the wildlife is significantly being affected by what humans are doing. And this is the result. You're getting weird shit like what's going on with the squirrels, what's going on with the deer, what's going on with and the cancers, the tumors, and so many different wild animals. This is frightening. People should be appalled and actually taking action.
All I'm saying,
what action do you take?
Is that these squirrels didn't start acting like this until that A1 A3 Atlas came into our solar system.
3-eye Atlas.
3-eye, whatever.
3-eye Atlas.
3-eye Atlas.
But,
so, you know.
I can tell you it's not happening in Washington State.
It's not.
No, because on Sunday I sat down with a squirrel and had about an hour conversation. I did. I sat outside for an hour and talked to a squirrel. And I tried to convince him to eat the bird and he wouldn't.
Oh, God.
Friend, called him a chicken shit, but it didn't help. Friend. I think he was just scared.
Well, so there is one other thing about the squirrels and stuff. Okay, and it's when any animal can become carnivorous if that's what they have to do to live, too.
Yeah.
So you got to think if the supply of their food is tainted, or if the supply of their food is being deforested or anything like that, then they could become carnivorous in order to survive. So
well,
every animal goes into survival mode just like humans do.
It totally makes sense for Northern California. Their supply of food is mainly marijuana.
Yeah.
With all the grow farms, so
well, and if you
they
think
got
about,
the munchies.
Well, if you think about all of the recent massive forest fires and everything, that cut out a lot of habitat and that cut out a lot of food supply as well. So,
yep.
I mean, when you have an overpopulation of something and you take away their main source of food, they're going to do whatever they need to do in order to live. It's a survival instinct, and it'll kick in and everything.
Totally agreed.
Just saying.
Squirrels are different everywhere.
Squirrels are weirdos.
Did you guys know that a squirrel got arrested in Florida? He was running around showing people his nuts.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God. Of course that happened in Florida. God.
I like that one. All right. All right. Okay.
Okay. All right, okay.
This one comes from Paranormal Helpline subreddit.
Comes from what?
The Paranormal Helpline subreddit.
Oh, okay, cool.
Weird orbs on baby camera. Hi, I was wondering if anyone could help, and please delete this if it's not in the right place to post. Since moving into my last property, there have been weird orb-like things showing up on the baby camera every now and then. There's no bugs, no dust, no airflow, and recently my toddler has started screaming at bedtime because his bedroom is scary. In my last relationship, he mentioned he could sense people. I think that she means her partner. New information about the tenant before me without asking around that later was confirmed, and he's saying that the last tenant had stayed and kind of became a protector for my child and has since followed up to the new place, but in bringing up the old tenant, he also mentioned there are others lurking. My last property was a 1960s bungalow and primarily had the elderly in it, but I don't know much else other than the last tenant passing away in the house. Now, a bit about the house I moved into. It's a 1920s coal miner's bunker, and I'm sure it's seen many people, many lives, but in that there are many more floaters on the camera. I'm not sure if anyone has passed recently, but again, it's a house primarily for the elderly. If anyone can help out or point me in the right direction of help, that would be much appreciated.
I just got told there's 23.
And me. No, that sounds creepy. Never mind. I'm not there. Jesus.
Well, Cole, you've seen all the Call of Duty memes, haven't you? The ones that they have videos of.
No.
Friend, well, there's one out there that they have a guy with a parachute on him, and he's doing a bird sort of thing, going, caw, 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 I'm a bird. then they usually have, after that, they sort of say, we got ourselves a floater.
Huh.
Fred,
No.
I usually stay away from Call of Duty and that kind of memes because they're all hate-filled. God damn it.
He's just sad because he sucks at the game. I mean...
Right now, kinda.
Oh.
But yeah, if they've got floating orbs and stuff like that, and there's no dust, no airflow, how are you breathing?
Stagnant air.
But yeah, that's similar to what we had in. It used to be a Lutheran church when we were living there. It had been until Mum and Dad bought it for us, and there was a room in the back that our boy at that point in time, he would not sleep in it, and we had one of those the monitors, baby monitors, and we heard an elderly woman's voice coming out of it. We went and checked around all the neighbours, and nobody else had a kid, so they didn't have a baby monitor to use. So we just had him sleep in our bed for quite a while until we ended up moving from that house, and don't know what happened after that because somebody else bought it, and it's now their problem.
Right.
Because we were in the room across from it, and his room was right there, and as I said, he wouldn't go to sleep in it at all.
Huh. Well, you know, like, with the voices and stuff over him, sometimes, like, baby monitors and different stuff like that can pick up on certain radio signals and stuff.
Yeah.
But if it's a visual thing, then it's a little bit different.
Definitely.
But you gotta... Number one is listen to your kid. Like, it says in there that they were having issues with it. Like, and most of the time when small toddlers have issues with something or think something is scary or something like that, it's because they can see shit that we can't. And listen to them. Don't, like, scare the crap out of them or anything. But
don't palm them off or anything.
Yeah,
saying,
but at least listen to it and see if there's something going on there. Like, for sure. But also, orbs are not necessarily, again, malevolent in any way, shape, or form either. So, I mean, it could be guardians or protectors for that kid that feel like they need to watch over. So
the other one travel with them to that place. So the guardian.
So really, they could just be watching over your kid because your kid might end up being something special here. You don't know, but
very true. Animals will do that. Cats specifically. Cats will sleep around the baby's head to protect the kid from whatever's going on around. So I got told while you guys were talking that there is a hidden pipe behind a wall. It's 5. I had to get the tape measure out, so if you heard that on audio, I apologize. I had to get the tape measure out, and it looks like it's between 5 and 7 inches from what I was seeing in my head in comparison to the tape measure. It's a metal pipe. It's empty. I don't think it's connected to anything, and I don't understand why it would be kept in a wall. Some way, somehow, that pipe, I don't know if it's a conduit or if it's a get rid of it. Get it out of the wall and get rid of it. There's something about that pipe that has to do with part, not all, part of this paranormal. I don't understand it. Somebody else might have to pick up on the rest of that information, but I did get the number 23, and then I got told 23 are basically, quote unquote, okay, so number 23, quote unquote, and then they, quote, they are coming and going, end quote. So you're getting a number of them coming and going in and out, and it does have to do with the coal, COAL, the coal. I keep wanting to say chute. There's a coal chute somewhere that's also activated somehow, and I don't. It's God. It goes down a long ways.
Yes, I do.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
Sorry.
But anyway, my point is, cinnamon, frickin' Christmas pole. Anyway, the point is that this coal chute pipe goes down below ground level. I don't know what it connects to or where it goes. I'm surprised they're not hearing with a coal chute. I'm surprised, or an open pipe like that. I'm surprised they're not hearing like whooshing sounds or certain things of that nature. But if there's no airflow, but you're seeing orbs, like Kayla was saying, orbs can be anything. They can be spirits, they can be ET, they can be Fae, there's so many topics that fit the dynamics of orbs. Angels can too, and I just got told a couple of them are angels.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, Nikki, if it's a coal miner's bunker, a miner's bunker is going to be at least 150 to 200 yards from the actual entrance.
Mm-hmm.
So the shaft that...
Yeah, but there's a pipe running. Sorry.
Well, it wouldn't be a pipe. It'd just be a gaping hole.
Or a vent.
Yeah, like a vent hole. But it's drilled. But there'd be no pipe in there.
Well, somebody has... I'm seeing a metal pipe in a wall that's completely... now I'm going to say sheetrock. It's not sheetrock. Lath and plaster. That's
Then
what it's called.
That would have been
It's
water
lath and
pipe.
plastered. But it's not. It's not in use.
No, but I don't... That's the thing. This is from a 1920s coal mine. So
I would
the
think
pipe...
it would be a sewer pipe. Sewer pipe is cast iron.
Mm.
This is metal.
What type of metal?
It's black. It's a black
Steel.
It's thin, but it's not thick either. It's tape measure. Just a second. I gotta because we're talking millimeters or centimeters or something here. Hang on a second. Oh God. Hang on a minute. Figure this crap out. Just a second. I can't do it from there. That's gonna drive me nuts. All right. But so that's 5. It's 5 to 7 inches. It's not an inch, Nikki. What the frick is this? One side is inches. The other side is centimeters. Is that it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So a 5 centimeter pipe. That is going to be a water line.
Okay.
In the 1920s, that would have been a water line that would feed water down into the mine.
Okay, well, there's one inside that residential environment, and they need to get rid of it because somehow what I'm seeing is between a wall. I'm literally seeing like the 2x4. Well, it's not 2x4s. I don't know what to describe these pieces of wood as, but I'm going to call them 2x4s for lack of better words right now. What I'm seeing is 2x4s, an actual inside of a regular wall, but this is like old style shit. This is the kind of stuff I used to deal with within my own home, because I lived in a 1919 craftsman home in Seattle, so I get this really well. You're dealing with lath and plaster.
Shiplap.
Yes, shiplap. Thank you. Mm-hmm. That was the words I was trying to get my head to.
No problem.
Yeah, shiplap. And so it's behind that. You should be able to find it with a metal detector. The ones...
Or even a stud finder.
Yeah, stud. Yes, thank you. That's what I was going for. Find an electronic device is how I'm going to say that.
And I bet you
God.
anything that pipe wasn't there when they replastered the walls.
Yeah, I don't know what brought it there. I don't know how it's there. I don't know
Shift.
why it's there, but it's literally cut off at the bottom. So it's like sitting on top of something. Well, sitting on top of like what looks like wood, but I can't, it's too dark for me to get down that low. But, and it's a piece of metal pipe that, oh God, okay, hang on a second. It is about, it's somewhere between 3 and, Jesus. No, it's not 5 feet tall. 3 to 4.5 feet tall.
Like from the ground?
Well, it's in the, I don't, it feels like it's from wherever that bottom of the floor is sitting, yeah.
But is there more
But
pipe
it
underground?
feels like it's, oh, is there more pipe underground? I can't get beyond that. That's
Okay.
the problem. It's like there's something blocking my view from the bottom of that pipe, and I can't tell what it is. I can't tell. It feels in my energy, it feels like it's a piece of wood, like this thing is sitting there, but I can't tell if there's an opening in that piece of wood so that the pipe would go straight
Continues
down. Does that
on.
make,
Well,
yeah,
so
am I making any sense?
Yes, but Nikki, what I'm thinking is you're getting a lot of this information from someone who was there when the pipe was installed almost.
Yeah,
beforehand.
it's
And the problem is, if it's an earth-shifted pipe, so let's say that mine had a cave in at any time. That pipe could have been cut off.
very
But the
true.
Thing is, and then the thing is, if it was there before the house was built, and then the house was built around it, and expanded around it,
Yeah.
but the pipe was just stubbed at the ground, another cave-in or another earth shift could have pushed that pipe 6 feet up.
Oh, yeah, that would make sense.
Because we
That
find, like,
actually
okay,
makes a lot of sense.
so my hometown is Drumheller, Alberta. And originally there was 26 coal mines in the area in the 20s. Now there's 26 bars. It's a great place to live.
God.
But for a town of 28,000, that's pretty good. They're booming. But when we used to go hiking out in the hills, which we were allowed to explore everywhere, in a lot of the coal mines, we would find pipes coming out of the ground that shouldn't have been there. And a lot
Those
of them
are air
were
pipes,
well,
right?
no, and a lot of them were water pipes. They were sitting beside air shafts. Because air shafts are
yeah, that makes
about
sense.
2 foot to 3 feet wide.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, like they're fairly wide. They try and make them as big as possible so you get actual really good airflow in those mines. And in most cases, it wasn't big enough.
So here's what I'm thinking. They need to get a canary and put it in the kids' room.
Yeah.
That's a horrible fucking idea, because if you're at that point, just get the kids out of the room. Friend.
Yeah, that I agree with too. But I think that get it. I agree with the canary thing, but I also agree with getting the kids out of the room to begin with.
Right.
Especially if I'm seeing and being told that what I'm seeing are angels. There's 2 specific angels. Oh. These are the
carbon monoxide or carbon dioxide meter reader.
detector. Yeah.
Detector, yeah.
That works way better than a fucking canary, Kayla.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
I couldn't think of what it was called. That was why I
It gets
didn't.
to you
that's
before
why I
you
couldn't-
die.
Don't be deep, deep, deep.
So the 2 angels are with the children from birth. They will be with them for the rest of their life. I don't know why, but they will have these angels.
Yep, get a carbon monoxide reader.
Yeah.
There's something else.
What are we?
There's something else with one of the other orbs. Did they say it was a blue orb?
No, they didn't say colors.
Yeah, no colors.
I'm
Wait, hold on,
seeing
maybe. Give me a second.
Seeing a blue orb.
It's just a fairy.
Weird orbs. That's it.
Okay, there's a blue orb that is a grandparent figure. I don't know if the parents have parents who are gone or a grandparent who is gone, but and it's a female. I just got that. I just got told it's a female. Grandmotherly figure. I don't know how many generations back that grandmother. They are also there watching out for. Wow, the little one. Wow. Yeah, they got protectors. There's protectors around this. Interesting. Okay, anyway.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
All right. Friend.
Fascinating.
Robert, that
Learn
showed up
something new every
right
day.
over where I'm about to start reading. I almost read that out loud.
I haven't seen
Next
And it wouldn't have went well. I would have got canceled. Because you know what you wrote. And this says, did my daughter witness? Someone possibly getting abducted. This is from subreddit subreddit Alien Abductions.
Right.
Okay, this one's a bit long-winded.
Wind it out.
Okay. Whew. This event happened in either 2017 or 2018, and this is the first time I am ever sharing it outside of a brief summary of what happened on another thread, where a lot of folks asked me to make a real post. I've been afraid to acknowledge or share this for years because honestly the story just spooks me. I had just had a surgery and was stuck in bed for weeks and got really down a UFO rabbit hole and was watching all types of videos. My partner at the time would scoff and laugh them off as she caught glimpses of what I was watching until she got gobsmacked by a sighting about a week later. Her and our almost 4-year-old daughter were driving in New Jersey late at night to her aunt's house, which was in Bergen, New Jersey. She called me freaking out babbling about how she just saw a UFO and couldn't believe this was all real and it scared her to death. She said it was a big bright orb that dropped out of the sky, hung for a second, and then dematerialized. When she was describing what happened, I could hear my daughter going nuts in the background, but didn't really take in what she was saying. I just kind of said, "Told you so. Now you know there's something to this." When they got home, my daughter told me an entirely different story. She said that this thing did not just disappear, it grew bigger and bigger until she said it looked like the sun over the road in cars. She literally described it as a giant bright sun that hurt her eyes. All of a sudden, the car was stopped. The cars were stopped on the road, and which was slow with traffic because it was a blackish type of road and it was late. She said all of a sudden a lizard man appeared and went to the car next to them and took a woman that was screaming her head off out of the car and disappeared. During this time, she said her mom and all the adults were frozen and she was terrified. Suddenly they were driving like normal again. My daughter's mom, who knew nothing about abductions, laughed this off as her imagination and couldn't remember if there was missing time or not. The way my daughter described the woman screaming scared me. For a kid under 5 to describe that primal screaming of someone afraid for their life was chilling. Yeah. She had no exposure to any of this at all, and I truly worried my dabbling in the paranormal phenomenon again is what caused this, so I have never ever talked about it. She is 10 now, and about once a year I ask her to tell me the story again so I don't pollute the story any, and she tells it exactly the same way. Any other details from what I described here were hazy to her, and is not worth including. After I posted the summary of this in another thread the other day, my mom was bringing my daughter back from her gymnastics class late at night, and they burst into the house saying a long cigar-shaped craft was over our neighborhood with rotating lights, and then it quietly floated away. My mom is convinced it was the military scaring people because she is a staunch unbeliever. Laugh out loud. What a coincidence that this happened within the days I posted this story for the first time. That's why I'm afraid of going too deep into any of this anymore and drawing it towards us. My kid has never seen or said anything else red flag wise for abductions or sightings outside of these 2 events. I have no abduction history, thank God. But I've had very intense sightings, about 3 really good ones, and we are getting a lot around here right now. Anyway, sorry for the long read. I am happy people were interested in the story. I think it is good for us to exchange this information, and I feel for anyone that experiences this terrible phenomenon because it sounds like torture in a lot of cases. I'll answer what I can if anyone has questions. Oh, also, my ex-daughter's mom lives in the mountains now on a farm, basically, and they have constant sightings. She's gotten some great orb videos. She's a full-fledged believer now, that's for sure. Thanks.
Okay. Well, that opened up a whole can of stuff.
You okay, Nikki?
No. So they were in stop and go traffic.
No, light traffic.
They were just
Light
driving,
traffic.
and the daughter says she saw everything stop and all of this happen. Well, the mom says that all she saw was it came down and then it disappeared.
Yeah, what they did. Okay, that's what I thought happened. Okay. All right. How far into this do you want me to?
where she wasn't.
Yeah, how far into this do you want me to go? Because this is big. This is really freaking big.
Well, we only got 45 minutes left.
Robert's right, because that's what I was going to say was a time dilation. They put the entire group of vehicles into a time dilation. Do you know how big that fucking bubble had to be?
Did they mention what highway it was?
What height?
Highway.
Oh,
Highway.
No,
Because I'm getting 202.
I don't know where that is. She was driving to Bergen, New Jersey, and they were in New Jersey. That's all it says.
And this was in 2017, 2018.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's about the right time. She needs she needs to make a report of this to Newfork, NUFORC.org. She needs to actually talk to Peter Preston. Is it Peter Preston? Peter Davenport. No, Peter Davenport. Excuse me. I apologize. She needs to talk to Peter Davenport at Newfork, or one of the other intake people. I just recently found out that he's having others do intake for him. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, but something to think about. Anyway, make that report. Let them know that you want to make it anonymous because of your children. And have a conversation with me because this is big. This is really frickin' big. Lizard man. Mm-hmm. No other description other than lizard man.
Yeah, no, that's it.
I need to know, because if this child, and this was a 5 or 6 year old child at the time?
Yeah. No, 3 or 4.
4. Okay. Okay. All right. Lizard man to a child at that level, at that age level, typically means with a tail. What I need to know is if it was lizard-like in the face and hands and feet, or if it was lizard-like in the face, hands, feet, and it had a tail. There is a gigantic difference with ET that you're dealing with. If it had a tail, you're dealing with a Draco. And you have, different ball game altogether. If you're dealing without a tail, you're dealing with reptilian, and it's not necessary. There's good and bad reptilian. So, and there are some semi-okay Dracos, but and some people would say, oh, no, there's good and bad, Nikki. And I'm like, not in my experience. Nope. And you will go through a terror reaction. With the true Dracos, the woman that was having the reaction in the car, been there, done that. I know what that feeling is like. It is truly, unbelievably, just not only traumatic, you want to get out of your own goddamn skin so freaking fast because you want to be away from that thing. Now, that's it. When you know that they're around, you will, if you are a regular ET abductee, or even have had it once, and you've had a Draco anywhere near around you, your body will instantaneously, and it will react in a major way. And it's not something that you can control. You will go into a panic attack, and you can't figure out what. For me personally, now I've talked to a number of, not a great many, but a number, enough of people that have been around Dracos, true Draco reptilians. Okay. And everyone I've talked to has talked about exactly what I've had, the same feeling. Your body has an instantaneous get me out of here now reaction. Yeah, it is major fight or flight. Because you know how deadly and dangerous they are and how wicked they can be.
Do they have wings?
And there are some that can, yeah. That's a different ball game. You're dealing with a form of dragon, which is different than Draco. Okay? In my experience, that's different ball game.
Okay.
But yeah, this is what your child. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry your child experienced that. And it makes perfect sense. Excuse me?
At least they will be ready if they come back. They'll know the experience will have taught them what to look out for.
Yeah, exactly. And it makes perfect sense that the child remembers and that the adult got massively controlled. That's the thing. When you're dealing with a being that has the abilities that these Dracos have, they can control every single person in those vehicles with like it's nothing. And so it makes perfect sense. It also makes perfect sense because a child's mind is so, especially at 3 and 4 years old, is so incredibly pliable. For whatever reason, if there were any other children in any other vehicles and they saw this thing, I would be highly surprised that they all do not remember. I would be very surprised if they do not remember. And it means, to me, for the adult to have a different scenario than the child, it tells me that this really was a Draco and that it didn't give two shits about the children and that it was specifically going after certain adults. Because when you have an ET that oh God, this is really fucked up, folks. Sorry for the language. So when you have an ET of this magnitude, of this level, you're dealing with a situation where they're basically leaving evidence. It means that they don't care. They're after one specific, and everybody else is going to get controlled because everybody else is easier to control. A child is easy to control mentally regarding, see, this is all the shit that I've learned with this crap. and I hate saying it this way, but it's the truth. Children's minds are so pliable, unfortunately, in this regard, to where, and this can affect them. I mean, it's just I don't know how to say this without it coming across as rude, crass, or awful, but record, not just write it down. Audio, videotape, record this kid. Make it so that this kid does not know that you are recording, so that nothing gets altered in the storyline. Because some kids, if they start recognizing that they're being recorded, it gets wonky. So make it to where they don't even know that it's being recorded. You need this this is your evidence, and this is your child's evidence for their later on in their life, when they're a teenager and then as an adult. Because if they remember it through adulthood, and they may not, because of how children deal with their... I mean, look at what happened with me. 4 years old, I played it off by the time I was 8 and 9 years old. I mean, I kept thinking of, it's just I knew it was real, but it was like, it's just a memory, whatever. It's not a big deal. Well,
we hide things and we suppress things that scare us, so...
Yes, yes, exactly. And so by the time I was 12, 13 years old, I just kept thinking of it as a dream, and I knew better. But you talk yourself into things as you grow up. And then with society and people around you, and you get the gaslighting bullshit going on because people don't believe it's real. All of that comes into play as a child is growing up. So get it on tape, get it on audio, visual, any way you can get it recorded. And ask the fine details of what kind of... Well, what did the lizard man really look like? What did his skin look like? Was he upright or was he down walking? Ask them how many legs it had. How many arms did it have? You got to do this because you're dealing with a child. You've got to ask questions that are not going to instigate. I can't remember what it's called in the psychology world. I can't remember what it's called right now. You can't lead them on, is what I'm saying. You've got to ask benign questions.
Manipulation.
You don't want to manipulate in any way, shape, or form.
The problem is, it's
so
been
many years ago.
7 years almost. So
but this person may, because it was so terrifying, this kid may remember even still those details.
But the problem is, Nikki, they're gonna be polluted now, and not by him, not by anything other than pop culture.
Just daily life.
Yeah.
Daily life will pollute it. But ask, because you never know. It may trigger those memories, because those things may not have been asked before. What color were its eyes?
I will say I would be careful in triggering those memories, as she is only 10.
Yeah, you gotta be really freaking careful at this stage. I mean, like really, really, really careful.
I am wondering about something.
Yeah.
So, according to a conversation that I've had with our Keith in the past, it is possible for an alien species to have two different shapes of ships.
Yes. Shades? Is that what you said?
Shapes. Like how
shapes on the skin?
No, like shapes of ships.
Oh yes.
So here's my question: Do you think because of her father asking her about it every year, and her being a little bit older, that it's possible that she was included in the ones who were frozen the second time?
Oh, anything is possible.
Like, it weirds me out that they'd see it again,
Oh.
but a different ship, but that she has the same memory now as her grandmother.
I just had a... How do I say this? I just had a physical reaction. I don't know how to say that without, because there's something else going on. So, and what I'm being shown is the orb. It's a form of an orb, but it's not an orb. I don't remember what those ships are called. But yeah, it comes from a mother. They usually come from a mothership to do abductions. And the long cylindrical one, our Keith Andrews, he knows the answer to the kind of ship that is. I never remember. I never remember it. But the cylindrical. Yeah.
Like, and there's other parts that I'm having issues with, but it's no one's fault. It's not the little girl's fault. It's not the dad's fault. But the fact that, okay, the lizard man showed up, went to the car next to him, took the woman, and disappeared.
Yeah, that's called phase shifting.
But it's the amount of time dilations he'd have to enact. Because...
It's possible, though.
I get it's possible, but it's the fact that he'd have to create a time dilation for her, one for the adults, and one for the woman.
No.
Why?
You don't, because you put a complete time dilation bubble surrounding all the vehicles that are involved on that highway.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
They're all in one.
There's still...
The moment they start driving away, she's not in the car anymore then.
She shouldn't be, or unless she was brought back and they were all in the time dilation for hours. And brought back.
That's the thing, like,
unless the time dilation bubble, there's so many possibilities to this.
Yeah.
Unless the time dilation bubble, they were put in that bubble and the bubble put them on board ship.
Okay, but
and put them all back. I mean, there's so many things to this.
Well, but like, okay, so the woman that was abducted.
Yeah.
She would have to be in her own time dilation if they were actually doing anything with her, because when they returned them to the cars, there was no accident.
Yeah, but that's
everyone just kept on moving, so which means she would have to be back in her car.
Okay, but we're...
True.
Okay, so the other thing that you gotta look out to is the fact that time... Okay, so we're gonna get into some weird science here for a second. And we're gonna go with the Einstein relativity theory that time is relevant for everybody and everything else. Okay?
Please.
So,
yeah.
The thing that people don't always understand is that the effects of time are different on different people. Okay? So
True.
If you're putting if you put everybody in a time dilation bubble and you freeze time, okay? Boom. Time is frozen. Okay. Now there's two people that were in that bubble that weren't affected by that.
Maybe.
So if that's the case, then their time is not frozen. Everyone else around them has their time frozen, but they're still moving through time at the same speed that they were before. And if that's the case, that would actually make sense as to why this woman, out of all of the people there, was abducted versus the other people.
That isn't the question in hand, though.
But, what? what?
Well, Kayla, if the lady was abducted and then as soon as they disappeared, everyone started driving normally again.
Yes, but this is what I'm saying. Okay, is relative space and time. Okay, so if they put this time dilation bubble, everything stops. Okay, lady stops. Lady gets abducted. Her timeline is still going at the same pace as ours would be right now. Okay, lady gets abducted. Everybody else is still stopped in time. Okay, coming back.
And think of this, Kayla. When the lady is abducted, there's a different time dilation on board the ships on top of everything else.
Yes, and that's exactly where I was going with that, is the fact that depending on where the ship is located, that they are taking her to, they could have held her for what felt to her like 15 years, but what felt to us is a matter of seconds. It's all about gravitational pull and the amount of time and the amount of space.
Correct.
So not only that, but if there's dilation within dilation, it's kind of like if you've ever seen that movie Inception. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It would be a dream within a dream within a dream. So,
but the more you add to that, the harder it gets.
Yes.
That's what I'm stating.
Except for the fact that depending on the species or the race that was doing this, if they have more control over that than other races, then they would potentially be able to do that as well.
Yeah, I'm going to put that down to Jeremy Baramy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so the Dracos are masters at this shit. These are the upper echelon of the, yeah. And why do I have a feeling this woman, I need to keep some of this shit to myself right now, because this is going to go down a gigantic freaking rabbit hole beyond description. I mean, so much worse than whatever we've been talking about. There's so many possibilities with this. The fact that she was terrified to I get it. I get it. And the fact that this kid witnessed, oh my God. I want to know if there were any other kids in any other cars around them. I mean, I can't even. This one is just, and here's the other thing. The fact that they did this with so many people around. Granted, it wasn't a lot of people, but it was more than, say, 3 or 4 other people around. I mean, that's huge. Do you know how rare that is? Oh my God. The fact that they took this this is a major risk. This is a gigantic risk factor for them. And to do something of this magnitude, in my opinion, just solely based on my own experiences, and I'm sure as hell no expert. Anybody ever tells you they're an expert in this, run. Get the hell away from them, because they're full of shit. We're all experiencers trying to figure out our own experiences, and a lot of times our experiences may jive or come close to somebody else's experiences, and if we can all of us abductees come together, we can put timelines together, we can put all this information together, and we can do a lot of figuring out of, oh my God, I'm getting all kinds of, okay, I need to stop.
All right.
But yeah, there's so much different, there's so many different levels to this that it's going to make your head spin, and you're going to get whiplash from the amount of spinning, because this is like mind-bending shit. What Kayla is talking about, what I'm talking about, what Robert and Cole have talked about, this can go in vast different directions
Yep.
because of this specific race species of ET. If it's a hybrid of a Draco, different ballgame. I mean, you're still going to get that feeling of the screaming and you want to climb out of your own skin type of feeling. But it depends on the psychology of that specific individual ET. See, that's where things get even more. And that's what people don't understand, because there are, like I say, there are good and bad ETs. There are some wonderful ETs. There are some love and light ETs. There are some, I have ones that I consider family and friends. I mean, it sounds bizarre, I know, but to a lot of people, that would be absolutely mind-bending to them. But that's because of my experiences from birth, from childhood, lifelong stuff. And I understand how other people would go, oh my God, that's so nuts. That's delusional. I get that. I understand people's viewpoint of that. But you have to understand that from the hybrids to the extraterrestrials, there are so many different levels of personalities. There's so many different levels of belief systems. There's so many different levels of training with all of them. And like I said, there are some love and light ones. There are some good ones. There are some ones that they don't give two shits about humans. There are ones that absolutely want to control every freaking thing you possibly can. There are some ones that are absolutely wicked and evil. There are so many different levels, just like there are so many different levels of humans. And so many different consciousnesses and so many different levels. You get the idea, the psychology of all of it. The difference with many extraterrestrials versus a human is that we are conditioned and so heavily controlled in dealing with our own consciousness and our own abilities, our own psychic abilities, and our own...
To be perfectly honest, humans are a little self-centered when it comes to most of this stuff. So all we think about is ourselves and our own well-being instead of anything
the grandiose thing where, globally or beyond that. And that's the... And that's
but I mean, if we can't even fathom globally, we're not fathoming universally. That's just not happening.
Exactly. And so that's the thing. There's so many different aspects to this. And this is why I have been told consistently throughout my entire life from the ETs, quote, you are infants. You are in your infancy. You are children. You are not even at your teenage years yet. You're children. And
we're self-destructive children.
Yes, that's one of the reasons why they took the ones that do hybridization. They took out the genetic material for the human emotion quotient. Quotient, is that the right word, Kayla?
Emotional quotient.
Emotional quotient factor. I think.
Yeah.
There's something to that effect. So they took that part out of a lot of the hybrids, and now they're starting to put it back. And that some of the hybrids are having a really hard time with that, because they're coming back to the moms going, we need your help in your child.
To be perfectly honest, okay, if you were to put humanoid thought processes into an emotionless being, we're talking about a potential for some massive psychopathic tendencies here, like that. There's a lot of crazy shit that could come from that.
There really could be, yes. Very much so. You got to be very careful. And that's why a lot of them get very legalistic. That's why I call it legalistic, because it's like some of them, it's like talking to attorneys that we have here on Earth. And it's like, And sometimes they don't understand a lot of things, and they don't understand why we yell and scream, or they don't understand because it's an emotion.
Well,
and
they
so
also because they're
understand
acting
pain
like
in
one
the
of the
same
biggest assholes we have on the planet, an attorney. For
well, yeah, I mean, and
But-
so, and not all of them are like that, but there are certain races that very much are, because they don't have that emotional quotient in them.
Wow.
Well, what we got?
With that,
Yeah.
I want to go into our last story.
Okay.
Fran.
Oh, yeah.
Because this one ends on an okay note,
Okay.
in my opinion. So it's from our subreddit Alien Abduction again. And don't let the title shock you and make you think bad. Today our 3-year-old told us she got abducted while we were on a trip. Okay? We just returned from a trip and our 3-year-old has a scuff over her eye. Grandmother stayed with her. She told us she had got taken to outer space and fell down while in a ship and hurt her eye. We asked her 4 times today and her story stays consistent. Right now, as we're getting ready for bedtime, she told us that a gray astronaut that didn't look human was in her room while we were gone, and that he turned purple, and then she decided she wanted rainbow colors instead. And then he turned rainbow for her. Then he took her to outer space and made her poof onto his spaceship that was full of lots of rooms and buttons, and that she'd met his family and explained his brother, father, sister, etc. I asked if he was a nice alien. She quickly said no. But then she said he was nice later, that he ate a bird because he was hungry and his stomach was changing, but that they all ate birds and then they were nicer. My husband asked her if other kids were there and she said yes, but that she didn't want to stay with them, so he brought her back by poofing her onto the bed in her bedroom upstairs. Crazy doesn't even begin to describe it, but I 100% believe her. She was serious and consistent with her story and had answers for all our questions. Maybe I'm wanting to believe so much that it seems totally rational to me. Anyways, she's sleeping with us tonight.
Can't see that. Can't imagine why.
And then she asked anyone else out there with similar stories. Guess what the first frickin' story is? The one we just read.
Oh, is
That's
that
where
fun?
that's where he posted his little like start of the story.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing more to his story from that. So, but yeah. I mean,
Well,
Wow.
okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and say it. This is a 3-year-old. So
Yeah, thank you.
when 3-year-olds describe something in that vivid of detail and it's consistently the same, if a 3-year-old, if a younger child is lying to you, there's inconsistencies in what they say.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
If it consistently is staying the same and they can't verbalize properly what they're actually seeing, it's gonna come out as weird shit.
well, she wanted him to turn rainbows. He turned rainbows. He ate a chicken nugget because he was hangry. Like, I don't see what's not explained here.
Yes. What I mean is, like, for instance,
I didn't say nugget. I said nugget.
she could have thought
There's
that it
a difference.
was a bird, but it could have been something else. She,
Chicken nugget.
like, but that's what I'm saying is like when she's talking about when they say this and when they do this, it's from her mind and her perspective.
Now, I automatically viewed... do you guys remember in Star Wars when Jabba the Hutt in Empire Strikes Back eats that fucking creature beside him?
What do me, Jabba?
First of all,
Wrong
did you know that
Yes,
creature
I
has a...
remember it.
Do you remember that creature? Did you know that creature has a fucking name?
No, I did not know that.
And I don't know it off by heart, but he does have a name. But, friend, that's all I could picture when I read that part.
Actually, you know what I thought of? Oh crap!
Spi-
It's a kids show. I can't remember the name of the
Spiderwick
kids show.
Chronicles is what I thought
Yes,
of. The Spiderwick Chronicles, where the ogre thing like grabs the bird and eats it. He's always eating birds.
Yeah.
Why is
Yeah.
it always an ogre or a troll?
He's a brownie or something like that.
No, but Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah.
Or, well, it's The Hobbit. That happens too.
Yeah.
The Troll King eats a fucking bird.
Eats a fucking bird as it's flying by. Yeah.
Friend.
Hobgoblin.
Honestly, like, the parents are handling this in the best way they can.
Oh, they've done great.
Yeah, like having her sleep with them, friend. Making sure she's okay, friend.
Asking her if she wants to talk about it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Have her draw it. Have her crayon draw it.
Well, yeah, that would be a good idea.
3 though, the drawing isn't gonna be.
Some can. You would be surprised. If she can't, she can't. But ask her to do a colored. So it went from gray to blue, or from what was the colors again?
From gray to purple.
Gray to purple.
And then she wanted rainbow colors, so he turned rainbow for her.
Well, and honestly, like that's so
it's a form of
grays can.
Sorry.
Certain grays, from what I've heard, I don't know anything personally about anything. They are able to almost read mindsets. It's like, so if she was thinking of it being rainbow, then he could turn rainbow. Like,
it's a form of a glamour.
Yeah, I don't know how to put that any other way besides it's like a it's an illusion. Basically, it's an illusion.
Yes, it is an illusion. It's
so if he wanted to make her so if he wanted to make her feel more comfortable or whatever, then he went into the room. I'm assuming he saw a bunch of purple shit laying around, so went, oh, well, she'll like me better if I'm purple. Oh, now she says rainbow, so I'm going to be rainbowy because that's what she's looking for here.
Yep, he's trying to make her comfortable. And if she thinks, okay, so here's something. How did she know it was a he?
And she's talking about the fact that there's other children there, and she interacted with these other children, but then didn't want to stay, and it dropped her back off at home. Like, there's all kinds of levels here of stuff that a 3-year-old explaining to you shouldn't be able to be explained in that much detail unless they actually saw something happen. And now,
Bingo.
I'm not going to say necessarily it was an alien or anything like that, because there's other possibilities of shit going on in a 3-year-old's head.
Oh,
but
exactly.
If she truly believes that all of this happened, then most likely at the age of 3, it fucking happened.
Yeah. Especially with all the descriptions. I mean,
this is too much detail there. And unless that family is very, very, very into the paranormal to the fact where they are sitting there having her watch a whole bunch of shit all the time.
Where I was going to go with it.
She's not even going to know what it means to be abducted or what it means to be poofed back somewhere without actually experiencing it. Just saying. Yep. This is why when your kid says something really fucking off the wall and strange, especially when they're little, listen to the words that they're saying and listen to what it could actually potentially be versus what they're saying it is, because they're looking at it from a child's perspective.
Correct.
But I do like the parents in this one. The parents seem to be very open and honest with her and letting her just talk and tell them her story, whether they believe it or not. They're giving her the outlet to explain
opportunity
what she's going through.
Yes. They're allowing her the opportunity, and a lot of parents don't when it comes to this stuff.
Yeah, like I know several parents who would have just been like, that's bullshit, whatever, let's not even worry about that. And dismissing it, where then it causes all kinds of issues for the child later on because they're told that their experiences aren't valid. And you don't want to not validate somebody's experiences because, again, we're all human and we all have different thought processes and experiences.
Exactly.
And you could create a huge complex in a child if you start telling them at the age of 3 that they're full of shit.
Yep. That can cause a major amount of problems all the way until they're in their 40s and 50s. That can screw up
Or till the
relationships
freaking
and
day that
everything
they
else.
die. They could have that held over them and have the thought that they're not good enough, or that they're a liar, or that they're this or that. Because
exactly.
you'd be surprised at what one statement randomly can do to a child's psyche.
Correct. Can really screw them up.
You could be the best parent in the world, but like one time of weakness, you said something super fucked up to your kid, and when they get older, that's all they remember is the fact that you said this to them.
Yep.
Especially at impressionable ages like 3.
Yes, exactly. It's very fucked up very fast. You've got to be very, very careful.
Nikki, can you give me that email again?
Restore, RESTORE, belief, BELIEF 2022 at gmail.com. Yeah, there's a number of people I would put this family in contact with. Whether they actually follow through or not is a different story, but they sound like pretty cool parents, actually.
I'll leave everybody with the thought that, too many people expect their kids to grow up too fast, and you gotta let them have, if nothing else, imagination. Because once they get old enough to where they have to start working and they have to start doing the tasks of actual living in life and responsibilities and everything else, the thing that they're going to remember the most is those weird little moments that you didn't even really think mattered. It's going to be something awkward that you did when they were 3, like you guys had a tea party, and that's going to be like a staple memory in that kid's head.
Yep. Treasured memories, as I call them.
Yeah.
Things like that, they make
their
a difference.
Development points, too.
Oh my God, are they ever? Yeah.
If you let a person just go crazy with their imagination and let it run wild, then they're going to be a more creative, more inept person later on in life.
True. Here we go. Sitting here hand sewing while we're talking.
Right. I was noticing that. I'm like, ooh, what are we making?
It's mending, basically. It's
okay.
Making it look new all over again. It's taking off the frayed stuff and folding it under.
Just folding it under and mending it up.
Yep.
Nice.
To where it gives it an actual
line.
Yeah, instead of this wonky, raggedy shit. I've got 3 tops that have done that, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I have worn them all. So it makes sense. So I've been working on all of them all day, different groups I've been in and stuff. So it's been a very long, busy day, but it's been a very important and extremely valuable day because, oh man. Mind bender of information, things that I've learned today, just absolutely incredible, including these stories that you got tonight, Cole. Just wow.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Truly, thank you.
I actually am thinking of starting a subreddit for us on Reddit.
Please do.
To actually reach out to people and ask them for their stories, because it's getting harder and harder to find because I keep getting kicked out of subreddits.
Yeah, well, that makes sense because of the kind of subjects we deal with.
No, it's because you're not allowed to promote shows, and they view that, like when I tell them to respond to us, to reach out to us, they view that as promotion. So
I was going to say pandering.
Yeah. And teach their own, literally, I have 2 left that I can actually reach out to. I'm really starting to like Reddit. I really am.
Well, good thing there's 4 of us and we can all make accounts. Oh.
Well,
I've got an account. I've just got to put it. I've just got to do something with it. I haven't done anything with it.
They just added achievements to theirs, and
Really?
I just got one tonight. I have scrolled 5 banana legs.
You've scrolled a banana leg?
5 banana lengths of stories.
Okay.
Right.
I thought you were going to say, I have scrolled 5 banana legs. I'm like, what the fuck is a banana leg?
No, their achievements are funny.
Now all I'm thinking about is bananas and pajamas.
That was my favorite show.
They're coming down the stairs.
I loved that show, but I hated the fact that they turned it into a cartoon.
It's funny.
Nice.
Friend.
Oh, God.
All right,
That's
guys.
all right.
It is time for us to go. If I do decide to do that this week, I will let you know what the subreddit is. And then I just got to figure out how to actually get people in there. Friend. Because...
Yeah, promote it. Promoting it.
But that's the problem. I can't promote it on Reddit.
That's okay. We got other sources of promotion.
So, but... Friend. Nikki, are you going to be on this Saturday?
I intend to be. It should be 10 p.m. Pacific time. Watch the channel.
Yeah, sorry I couldn't watch your last show. Our lights went out.
Yeah. That happens. Man, I've had some interesting stories. But yeah, 10 p.m. If not, it'll be 11. And if something really does happen, you'll see it in either my Facebook page or my Facebook page, my psychic medium page, or the YouTube page. So
nice.
But I should be on at 10 p.m. Pacific time this Saturday night.
And that's Restore Belief with Nikki Jacobs. So make sure you check out that. Check that out. Robert, you got any news for us on yours?
Nothing recently, no.
Right.
With school holidays about to begin again, I think she's going to be busy with the kid.
Okay.
Do they not own a TV? Like,
I'm not sure. They've got a computer, but the internet's usually wonky.
That was my babysitter.
Look at how well you turned out. I love you.
All right, guys. We will see you next week, 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Right.
Oh, will we?
What?
Can I do that?
What do you mean?
It's Thanksgiving the next day. Are we going to be
I
here?
was just wondering. I was just going to ask you that.
I don't know if we're going to be here.
Mm-hmm.
We
why
need
don't
to
we
have a
take
gobble
the week
gobble
off,
day.
just-
Yeah.
Why don't we just take that day off and then
We can do
just
that.
come back the following week.
So, yeah, thank you, Little Cam, for showing up. As always, you rock. Friend.
Oh my God! Thank you, Lil Cam.
Welcome, suckle like a robot, bro.
So, yeah, we will see you in 2 weeks. And I will let you guys know the subject when I have it. Because I have no fucking clue right now. So, but thank you for joining us as always. 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time every Wednesday night here on YouTube.
Except for when we decide not to do it on a Wednesday night.
At the S4 Paranormal Bunker. That's true. Shut up, Kayla. Jesus. You're so helpful.
I'm sorry. Here, do you want me to do this? Okay. Thank you for watching S4 Bunker with Cole Weglander and Nikki Jacobs and Robert and Kayla, of course.
You forgot Robert's last name, didn't you?
I did.
You suck.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like,
It's
son
right
of a
there.
bitch. Hey, all right.
That's Robert White. Kayla Wegleitner. God damn.
So, anyway, yeah, have a good turkey day with the gobbles. Eat
Happy
lunch.
Thanksgiving to everyone in the United States.
And when you fart the next day, that's the ghost of the food you ate.
Oh dear God, Robert.
To everyone in Canada, I was thankful for you last month. Go away. Fred. Good night, everybody. Have a great night. Have a great week.
Bye-bye.
Good night. Safe holidays.
Ciao. Arrivederci. Something, something, tinkle.
Data transfer complete. System malfunction. Please evacuate immediately. Program terminated.
Son of a biscuit eater.